So hi, I'm Alan Pettico, Executive Director of the Southern California Rental Housing Association, and I'm here today with another longtime member of ours, someone I worked with for 15, 17 years at this point. In this case, also a past president, independent owner, and supplier member too. John, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure, Alan. My name is John Modlin. As Alan said, I'm a past president of the association. I've been involved on the board level for goodness, a little over 20 years now. I'm on my last year of my third set of terms, 2-year terms. I'm an independent owner. I'm also a supplier member, chief operating officer with the Phoenix Staffing. We do property management staffing throughout California, Texas, Nevada, Arizona, and Florida now. So independent owner, I've owned a single family home for a little over 12 years now, and just been involved as much as I can in making the association what it is.
Excellent, thank you. So thank you for that. Tell us about how you became a housing provider.
Interestingly enough, I had been on the supplier side for probably about 10 years, and I started getting more involved in the legislative side and the rental owner and the education committee. And getting more involved there, I realized that trying to be the voice of the industry was hard because I didn't own property like most of the people sitting around the table with me, the Rick Snyders of the world, people like that. So I decided it was time to do something, and there was a friend of mine in our neighborhood that was selling a home. We decided, my wife and I, that it was time we were going to do something, and we purchased it as rental property back, I want to say 2007, 8, somewhere in that time frame. And we've owned it ever since. It's basically there as my retirement, so to speak, and it's definitely made me get more involved in the legislative side and what goes on in our industry and how it affects the property owners and the management companies that are out there.
Negative light, particularly the rental housing industry. What do you wish more people knew about housing providers?
Well, I think for me, the hardest part is that 99% of the housing providers that I know and that I've worked with for years and years in the industry, they just want good residents. They want to take care of their housing. They want to provide it. We're not in the business of kicking people out. We don't make money when we kick people out. And the common perception, I think, in the general public is that all we're trying to do is kick people out so we can rent to somebody else and make more money. And that's not the truth at all. I mean, most of the rental housing providers that I know, they just want longevity. They want to bring people in that are good residents, that are going to respect the property, respect the rules of the community, and take care of everything. The farthest thing from the truth is that we all want to kick them all out, and because we're not making enough money. And nowadays it's government increasing it through bonds, through taxes, through fees. Oh, we can't pass taxes, but we'll pass a fee for you. We can do that unilaterally, so they do that a lot. So every time one of those things goes through, the operating expense of that independent owner goes up, and they've got to raise the rent to cover that cost. Otherwise, owning that rental home is not an option for them anymore. And they will, you're going to start seeing that independent owner go away in California, and all you're going to have is the big, large management companies. Maybe that's what some people want, but I think what makes California very unique is the percentage of independent owners that we have in the state versus the number of large management companies. It's a really good balance, and there's something for everybody, but we're losing that really quick with the decisions that are being made in the state.
Yeah, it's around 68% of all properties in California are owned by an independent owner,
right?
Regardless of tax status. Tax status is just tax status, but the ownership is through an independent owner. So your mom and dad, your cousins, your aunts and uncles, brothers, sisters, those
right.
sorts of things. A lot of people. So how has the Southern California Rental Housing Association helped you manage your rental properties over the years? And specifically, how are we doing to help you with COVID?
Well, in general, part of when I bought my rental housing, it was the legislative issues that are out there. The association has always been really good about making sure, as an owner, as a property management operator, I'm educated on what's going on. If there's something that's going to affect how I operate my housing, you guys are on top of it before we know about it. And that's important to me, to be able to have a resource that I can go to and get the information, not only on what's going on, why it happened, and how do we work with the problem. So that's been really good. Specifically with COVID-19, I haven't personally had a lot of issues. Knock on wood, my residents that I have in my home, they've been there for a few years now. They're solid. I'm not having a problem with them. But the information I know that's come out from you guys on COVID-19 is probably the most comprehensive I've seen from any industry, that really details what's going on, how it affects us at all levels, from the supplier level to the independent owner level to the management company level. You've informed everybody, and you can choose to read it or not, but the information is there, and it's been very helpful to see what, from a supplier standpoint, for example, I know what my clients are going through. So as I'm meeting with my clients and I'm talking to them about staffing and other things, we can also talk about COVID-19 and some of the different jurisdictions that have different things going on. Having that information from the association to share with them has been invaluable.
That's good. I'm personally grateful to hear that, because it means we're doing our job well. Thank you for taking the time. Is there anything else you'd just like to add as we close up?
No, I think that's great.
Thanks, John. I really appreciate you taking the time with us today. Watch for more. We'll have some more videos coming in the future as well. We've got a series of more interviews lined up. So thank you everyone for watching.